Hi guys, it's Nick from the Lending Lab here. Today I'm here to talk to you about how to increase your borrowing capacity. Now, with interest rates rising, borrowing capacity is falling.
A massive day awaits the Reserve Bank and mortgage holders tomorrow, and the chance of another interest rate hike is increasing.
But there are a couple of things that you can do as an individual, as well as what we can do as a brokerage to help improve your borrowing capacity and hopefully get you into that dream property. Now from a personal perspective, there are three main things that you can do to improve your borrowing capacity. So the first thing you can do is you can close down any personal loan. Now it's important that you chat to a broker first to make sure that closing these loans will have a positive effect, but in the majority of cases, personal loans, because they're debts that are paid back over a shorter period of time, they generally have higher repayments. And what that does is it negatively affects your ability to borrow for a home loan because it reduces the amount of disposable income you have to pay your home loan back in the bank's eyes. So it's important we get those closed. Now the next one is credit cards. If you have any credit cards, even if you don't use them or you pay them off at the end of every month, it's important that we look to close those. Now we can make it a condition of your pre-approval to get those closed before you find a property, so you don't have to do it right now. Now the reason for that is the lender works off the limit of the card, not how much you owe or how often you repay the card. And that's why it's important to close these. For example, a $10,000 credit card results in a borrowing capacity reduction of $54,000. So that's an extra $54,000 in borrowing capacity just for closing that credit card that you don't really use. Now the last one is you can ask for a pay rise. Now if you've been working at your job for a while, you don't know if you don't ask, so it's worth asking because a pay rise is a surefire way to increase your borrowing capacity. Now of course it might feel awkward if you're that type, but an easy way to do it, even if you don't feel like you deserve it, is first be upfront and give them the reason you'd want one, such as you need to increase your borrowing capacity to buy your dream home. Then ask them, what do you need to do to achieve this goal? So instead of you just asking for extra money from your boss, you're now having a conversation on your performance and setting expectations as an employee for what your goals are and that you and your team can work towards. Now in terms of what we can do as a brokerage, there's a couple of things. Firstly, we can restructure your current lending. So let's say you have some home loans, you've got some credit cards that are hurting your borrowing capacity. We can roll those in together to improve how much you can borrow and take you to that next level. The next one is we can look at different lenders and their policies to see how you best fit and which lenders you can borrow the most with. And there's generally from the lowest to the highest in borrowing capacity spread across the lenders. There could be a $150,000 to $200,000 difference. And that's why it's important that we choose a lender based on their policy. We have to find the policy that best fits you and your needs and objectives. So we look at that for you. We also look for lenders who may have lower assessment rates, which instead of assessing you at a rate of maybe 10%, for example, they might have a lower current variable rate and therefore a lower assessment rate, which means you can slightly improve how much you can borrow, but it all adds up, so that's important. And then if you're maxed out and you can't get what you're looking for in your personal name, we can explore other options, such as self-managed super funds and commercial property. So those are some things that you can do both as a borrower and we can do as a brokerage to help improve your borrowing capacity. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Nick from the Lending Lab and we'll see you next time.